Chapter 6 moves us on to the subject of consumer buying, general purchases, and specifically buying a car. And here are our learning objectives for this chapter. We'll focus on smart buying strategies for all types of consumer purchases, identify strategies for effective consumer buying, implement a process for making consumer purchases, describe steps to resolve consumer problems, and evaluate legal alternatives available to consumers. Overspending is a major issue in achieving your financial goals. Then making good buying decisions day to day is the foundation for building a strong financial plan. We've talked about overuse of credit in Chapter 5. Now we need to explore how to make wise buying choices, cash or credit. Some pretty basic strategies are on the slide. Comparison shopping in the day of the internet is a given. It's so easy to compare products and prices. We're all guilty of impulse buying on occasion, but be wary and do try to resist. Timing purchases. Different products are on sale at different times throughout the year. You can actually find a calendar for this online. If you're looking at a major purchase, timing may well be worth it. Location. Do you need to buy from a retail location for future service, or would online work as well? Brand comparison. Here's a tough one. Consider groceries. National brand or store brand private label. Probably packaged in the same facility. Consumer Reports compares national to private label in a variety of categories, and more than you'd expect, private label comes out on top. Label information. Label information can give you the cost per unit for price comparison as well as sell-by or use-by dates. This doesn't necessarily mean the product is bad after that. It's just not as fresh. Comparing prices is pretty basic. Price comparison is pretty basic, but can run into apples to oranges problems. With grocery products, unit prices are on shelf labels and give the price per unit for easy comparison. It's in small print, but it's there. Be sure to check these, especially if one size is on sale. The sale price per unit may not actually be better, and bigger is not always better. Coupons and rebates provide a partial refund of the purchase price and can save a lot of money on products frequently purchased. No surprise, more convenience, higher price. Comparison shopping online can save a lot of time and help you zero in on the best value. Here's a simple example of computing unit pricing when it isn't shown. 64-ounce product cost $8.32. 832 divided by 64, 13 cents an ounce. This is Exhibit 6.1 in your text. This graphic outlines steps to wise online shopping. Step 1, conduct online research. Don't we all? Compare brands, features, prices. Step 2, compare brick and mortar versus online options. Price, service, reputation. Step 3, make a purchase. Look for coupons before finalizing your purchase. Be careful in selecting a payment method for security reasons. And Step 4, plan for future purchases. Keep receipts, watch for rebates, special offers. We're all probably familiar with warranties. It's a written guarantee that specifies the conditions under which the product can be returned, repaired, or replaced. An express warranty is typically written and may be full or limited to specific parts. An implied warranty covers a product's intended use, meaning it should do what it was sold to do. A coffee maker should make coffee. A warranty of title implies that the seller had the right to sell the item. A warrant of merchantability guarantees that the product is fit for the purpose intended. Used car warranties are typically of the warrant of merchantability type. It should run. The Federal Trade Commission requires that used cars have a window sticker clearly outlining what type of warranty is offered for the car. If it's sold as is, that means no guarantee. New cars typically come with powertrain and corrosion coverage, as well as coverage for basic part defects. 5 years or 50,000 miles is fairly standard. Many products offer service warranties, extended coverage for a fee. These may not be a wise investment. If you're concerned about repairs or replacement, consider setting aside funds toward any future repairs. Let's walk through the steps to research-based buying. Phase 1, pre-shopping. And this is important. Identify what problem you're trying to solve with the purchase. You need transportation. You need a new TV. Gather information on potential brands, sizes, etc. that may meet your needs. Phase 2, evaluating the alternatives. Compare the features, prices, and the sources. Phase 3, selection and purchase. Negotiation. Most people think of negotiating for a new car or a home, But many people will try for a better price or added features anywhere. All they can say is no. Consider alternative payment methods: cash, credit card, closed-end credit. Phase 4, post-purchase. Depending on the type of product, there may be ongoing maintenance involved or concerns that need to be resolved. Exhibit 6.2 specifically covers buying a car, and we'll walk through each step on the following slides. Phase 1, pre-shopping. A car is a large purchase, so pre-shopping is well worth the effort. Problem identification. Consider exactly what you're looking for before you go too far. Sedan, SUV, new or used. How much are you willing to pay? Use online sources like Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds to evaluate different options. Information gathering. You need to gather as much information as you can from as many sources as possible. Family, friends, testing organizations, online venues. You need a clear idea of what you're looking for before you actually start shopping. Evaluating alternatives. With a car, each phase is important since the dollars involved are significant. Vehicle options. Decide exactly which options are important to you. Mechanical, convenience, aesthetic. Which are just nice to have. Which are deal breakers. Comparing used vehicles. Consider new versus used. New cars lose value the minute they drive off the lot. You may be able to get more for your money with a good used car. Consider leasing. Leasing used to be confined mostly to business vehicles, but many individuals lease vehicles today. Leasing may allow you to have a more expensive vehicle than you could afford to buy. There are definite advantages to leasing a car. The security deposit may be less than a down payment on a new car. Monthly payments may be less as well. A lease provides detailed records, valuable if the car is used for business. Leasing frequently allows you to have a more expensive car and replace it more often than you could buying. However, there are disadvantages. You have no ownership in the vehicle. You must meet more stringent requirements to lease a car. There may be added cost for additional mileage, repairs, or an early return. For now, let's just be aware of the terminology. Capitalized cost is the price of the vehicle. The money factor is the interest rate. The payment schedule is the amount and the number of monthly payments. And the residual value is the expected value of the vehicle at the end of the lease. Exhibit 6.3 in your text. This outlines steps in checking out a used car. Outside, inside, engine, road test. For me at least, I could evaluate how the car looks outside and inside, but I would need a mechanic to give an opinion on the engine and to road test it before I felt confident about it. Phase 3, determining the purchase price. Negotiation may lower the price, or it can add accessories. If you can't get the price down, ask for something else. Special floor mats, repeated oil changes, whatever you can think of. Always deal with the person who can make the decision. You can make the buying decision. You need to deal with the person who can make the selling decision. For both new and used cars, Kelley and Edmunds are valuable online resources. You can check the average value of your trade-in and price exactly the new vehicle you're considering. With new cars, you may be presented with several prices and choices. The sticker price is the price on that window sticker and includes all the listed options and accessories. The invoice price is the price the dealer paid, and you can find this on both Kelley and Edmunds. If negotiation is not for you, there are set price dealers. No haggling, the price is the price. There are car buying services, so-called brokers, who will find a specific car and check it out for you. For example, say you want a vintage 1985 red Corvette. When buying a car with a trade-in, don't mention the trade-in until the price of the new car is set, and don't discuss dealer financing until the price is settled. When you get to the sales agreement, watch out for lowballing, low initial price that rises with add-ons, highballing, high price but a high trade-in. How much can you afford a month? Never leave a deposit unless you are truly ready to buy. Your price is only $100 above our cost. Do not sign sales agreements with pre-printed dollar amounts. You can, of course, pay cash for a car, and what a nice option if you can. Most of us finance cars. Car loans are available from banks, credit unions, and dealer financing is almost always available, and it's to the dealer's benefit. You can be pre-approved for a certain amount before you start car shopping to make the process smoother. Always check for rebates and special deals. Be careful of a low payment or a low rate. It's possible to end up owing more than the car is worth, upside down or negative equity. A larger down payment or a shorter term loan could help avoid the negative equity problem. Phase 4, post-purchase. With cars, there are definitely post-purchase activities, and it's important to keep up with the maintenance schedule recommended by the manufacturer. Not only will it keep your warranty valid, but it will prolong the life of your car. With a car, there are both fixed and variable costs. Fixed costs, depreciation, interest on your car loan, insurance, license, and registration. Variable, it depends on the type of car, gas or electricity, oil, tires, maintenance, parking, and tolls. Taking all of this into account when you're considering a car. Keep good expense records on any maintenance on your car and at least follow the recommended schedule. There are a variety of places to have your car serviced. For serious issues, the dealer may be the best and the safest option. For oil changes, tire rotations, a service station, mass merchandiser like Walmart, or one of the specialty shops may be fine. Always be alert for the signs of fraud. Exhibit 6.4 details proper maintenance to extend the life of your car. I'm not going to go through the list. You can read it as well as I can, and most of us are already familiar with the types of ongoing care a car needs. Some of you may be able to do all of these checks yourself. For me, at least, most require an experienced mechanic. Do it yourself or schedule service. The important thing is to keep everything running well. As the slide states, most consumer complaints come from defective or low-quality products, unexpected costs, deceptive pricing, poor repairs. To minimize any issues, know who you're dealing with, get recommendations from friends, and check online reviews. Verify the company, fully read and understand the sale and warranty terms. We've covered dealing with consumer complaints in Chapter 5, and we're going to cover it again. Problems with purchases, especially with cars, can be frustrating and expensive. The steps are the same for virtually all consumer complaints. Step 1, communicate with the place of purchase and try to resolve the issue. Be pleasant but persistent. Step 2, communicate with the company's main office. Use the Contact Us on the firm's website. Step 3, consumer agencies can help if you've not gotten any satisfaction and if any laws have been broken. Step 4, legal action. More on the next slide. Last resort, take legal action. Small claims court may be an option. If others have the same issue, a class action suit may be appropriate. Filing suit has costs, so legal aid or prepaid legal services may be able to help you. To protect yourself, only do business with companies you trust. Avoid signing contracts you don't understand. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always compare the cost of cash versus credit. Avoid impulse buying. Don't rush into a purchase. Chapter 6 Summary, Learning Objective 1, Strategies for Effective Consumer Buying. Objective 2, a process for making consumer purchases. 3, steps to resolve consumer complaints. And 4, evaluate your legal alternatives. This ends Chapter 6.